Today's message: master the art of self-reliance and you will master the world. Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. And it's Monday morning. You know what Monday mornings mean? At Grow Rich, Grow Happy, it means a new week of possibilities and opportunities. Guys, what we're about to talk about today, we're about to finish things off with Bittensor TAO. It's only a couple minutes. But before we get into that, what we're going to be talking about is it feasible for a crypto gem like Bittensor TAO to reach $10,000 token price? Oh yeah. And with this halving cycle, the first one coming up just in what? I think it's a little bit close to 2 weeks. I think it's 11 days. I think it's December 11th. This is really pressing hard on my heart. That's why I've been bringing you this 4-part documentary series so that you guys can understand it a little bit clearer. I don't like pushing a lot of information on people because I don't like receiving a lot of information. That's not how I learn. So I like to break it up. And I know we have a range of people on this channel, so I don't want to lose anyone. So make sure you do your homework on this. I hope you have watched the documentary in its entirety, and I will leave it down below. Do me a favor. I'm going to jump right into this. So make sure you smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos, guys. And check out all the links down below that I have for you. Swing over to growrichgrowhappy.com and check out that as well for all of the new people who've been purchasing Overcoming Self for Crypto Wealth, my book. Orders, I've been told by my team, orders are out. So we are on our way over here to check things out. Now, the first thing I want to talk about briefly, I asked ChatGPT, I said, what was the price of Bitcoin 10 years ago? It said 10 years ago today, Bitcoin's price was between $360 to $370 per Bitcoin. The reason that is important because so many people find it hard to think back and say that Bitcoin at one point was roughly the same price as Bittensor TAO is today. And it's hard when you're in that beginning phase to even imagine something like a Bitcoin going to 100 and I believe it was 121,000 at Bitcoin's height this particular year. But it did. It happened. And that's the thing, you have to retrace history and say, when did this happen before? Now, you can't apply that to any just crypto out there. You have to have some catalysts and you have to have something that it is doing that no one else is doing. And I keep telling you in all of these pieces that I've brought you on Bittensor TAO, make sure you check out the last one that I dropped a few days ago to this documentary. This is the last part. But when you look at Bittensor TAO being that balance, that counterbalance to what we have as AI today, I say it's more than feasible for this to happen. So I just wanted to throw that in there so you guys could see this is possible. Okay, so it says here for this crypto gem, is it possible? Now, you have to have a catalyst. What's going to get us there? Remember, it's set up just like Bitcoin. So I'm going to go right here. And it says that the main catalyst for this year end remains undoubtedly the protocol's first halving, scheduled for mid-December. This mechanical event will reduce daily emissions from 7,200 Bittensor TAO to just 3,600 TAO payout. Historically, for assets like Bitcoin, such a supply reduction in the face of constant or growing demand creates a supply shock favorable to price appreciation. With a neutral RSI at 48, the market appears to be catching its breath before potential impulsive move. And we know that when things start to go up, people start getting interested. It's the way emotions work in any investment. Stocks, it doesn't matter. That's when people want to buy. You know what I mean? People are buying gold and silver now when they should have been buying it years ago. It's just how things are. It's human nature, I guess. You have to change that. Okay, so we're going to come down here And it says the bullish thesis for TAO at $10,000 doesn't rest solely on speculation, but on a structural comparison with tech giants. Now, you have to look at where AI is right now. Bittensor isn't merely a currency. And that's what I was telling you guys on the last episode. It's an infrastructure where 128 active subnets generate real utility, ranging from natural language processing to image generation. Unlike centralized players such as OpenAI, Bittensor offers a permissionless alternative. Then if you come down here, it says, furthermore, several digital asset treasury companies have announced their support for Bittensor subnets. In total, 400 million could flow into the ecosystem by 2026. When institutions and these enterprises start coming in, that's where you're going to see growth, because that's the adoption. And you already see over on Uphold, they even have it where you can stake your Bittensor TAO. I'm staking one over there currently. Analysts note that to reach an ambitious target of $10,000, TAO's market capitalization would need to reach 210 billion. Definitely feasible. Remember, don't think short term. While this figure may seem dizzying, it represents only a fraction of Nvidia's or even OpenAI's valuation. If the TAO AI narrative manages to capture even 1% of the global artificial intelligence market, which is easy, estimated over 15 trillion by 2030, which is just what, 4 or 5 years away, the current valuation would appear as a market anomaly. Now, what they're saying, some conservative scenarios target a return to $1,000 to $1,200 during 2026 or 2027. Not to mention, now this halving is going to slice things basically in half. That's definitely feasible, and it's just only going to grow like Bitcoin has, driven by growing subnet adoption and venture capitalists. I told you that institutional money is coming in. So that's what I see coming, but I just wanted to show you that. And then I want to jump over here and I want to show you what the price is today. Remember, you don't have to buy an entire token, not financial advice. Watch the documentary. Look at some of the videos I've created. Scrub the internet for more information, as well as what is being planned out. Not only that, zoom out. Look at where AI is. Look at all the investments that the government, the trillions, I can't remember how much they put in, but they put a load of money in when Donald Trump came into office. Look at how much is being spent on AI right now. And then you take something like this that is totally different from anything and it's open, then we have ourselves a major crypto gem that in 5 to 10 years is going to be producing those Bitcoin type numbers. That's just from how I see it. But if you look here at the price, $258, guys, don't wait until this start going to the moon to get in. It's about to have its halving cycle. So I think this is a great time to jump in. That's just me. Now I'm going to jump over here and we're going to end things with this.
Anytime there is an industrial revolution or kind of a tectonic shift in the way things are done, we need to learn from the past in order to get an understanding of what might happen in the future. And I think going back to the Industrial Revolution, we can look at a few major things. One, you can see the core inputs of that revolution. And in my opinion, the core inputs of the Industrial Revolution were oil, steel, and railways. And it was the mass production of these commodities that enabled the commoditization of machinery, which eventually led to the commoditization of goods. And this new way of doing things with machinery led to titans of industry, led to major winners, economic winners in the United States and abroad. And if you look at the information revolution, those core inputs were internet, software, and microprocessors. That led to the commoditization of information. Yes, there were titans of industry and major winners, Apple, Microsoft, Google, that came from this information revolution. But I could make the argument that if we look back, the real winner of the information revolution was Bitcoin. Fastest growing asset of all time, fastest growing technology of all time in terms of user adoption, actually grew at double the pace that the internet grew at its peak. Moving forward into the intelligence revolution, the three core commodities I could make the argument would be compute, inference, and data. These are really the sensory inputs of AI. And this will lead to the commoditization of intelligence. And yes, there will be titans of industry, OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, but I would like to make the argument that I believe Bittensor will be the outright winner of the intelligence revolution.
Don't let that go over your head. Do not timestamp this video. Timestamp these 4 episodes that I've shown you guys, because we will revisit it at some point. But don't let that go over your head. Zoom out. Be a free thinker. Think for yourself. Think about this.
Why is that? Well, Bittensor aggregates the core commodities, inference, data, and compute. It also incentivizes not only ownership of the network, but incentivizes the creation of the commodities in the network. So being a subnet owner, you're incentivized to create these commodities. And then through the TAO, you're incentivized to own the network. So there are a lot of parallels here with Bitcoin and Bittensor, but I believe the only way that we can get to kind of benevolent AI that is useful for 8 billion plus people would be to build it in a decentralized, permissionless, fair, and open fashion. And Bittensor is really the only game in town right now.
Most people don't realize that the future is being decided right now. And the big question is this: will the future be owned and controlled by a handful of massive corporations? Or will we build something better, something open, something fair, something built by all of us? We have seen this movie before, right? The printing press promised freedom of information, but ended up centralizing who got to publish. The internet connected the world, but also created new gatekeepers. You see, every wave of tech starts out as a revolution, but too often gets hijacked by power. This time, we cannot let that happen. AI has the potential to radically improve the world, accelerate research, solve global challenges, and, lift up billions, but only if we build it the right way. That means decentralized. That means transparent. That means owned by the people who build and use it, not hoarded behind closed doors. Let's stop thinking about the future of AI as something that is happening to us, because the future of AI is not locked in. It's being coded, coordinated, and incentivized right now. And we get to decide what kind of system we want to live in. If we don't build this decentralized future ourselves, no one will do it for us. So let's make it happen.
Guys, that's it. So again, wanted to bring you that 4th part, as I said I would. Over the course of this last couple weeks, I've been showing you this. I will leave the entire documentary down below. Bookmark it, do what you must. But this is going to be one of those Bitcoin moments 5-10 years from now. People are going to look back and they're going to ask the question that I asked AI today. How much was Bittensor TAO 10 years ago? And they're going to be mind blown when they see $200 and something. Till next one, this your boy. I'm out.